All right, fellas, we're back in another Pokemon Masters video. Haha, it's time for some fun. Look, I'm only recording videos when I'm having fun, and this is the fun that I'm having. Okay, floor 30, the Flying Tower. Take away Charon and use the goat. Okay, look, this is one of my favorite characters in the game. She's super awakened, level 200, max 10 energy. I've been testing around with this, and this character, she is so good in this stage. I would say she can do it without super awakening, like just 5 out of 5 probably. Well, what level? I'm pretty sure her extension's at, how do you probably don't even need her extension, like hers. Yeah, no, I don't even use her extension really. Well, I don't really make use of this that much, frankly. Like, I don't think I actually end up needing this. I don't know. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? She's got a lot of great stuff for this, like this stage though. Like Soften Up. Oh my gosh, I'm actually getting rid of the extension for Soften Up as we speak, which I think is another one of her like 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5 tiles. So I guess you would kind of want it. But big thing with her, Skyla is a very good character for this stage. She's very good for Flying Zone spam as is because she has infinite MP on this. She's got extension in the grid as well. And this also, if you ever Super Awakened, is giving you sync countdown and support for special and physical moves up next. So Skyla is actually really good at enhancing damage of other characters, which Ethan will be the primary one. Ethan's damage is not that impressive, all things considered, but he's got this. He's got access to a very strong buddy move, and Skyla can enhance the damage with her sets of Flying Zone. She's able to also get her offenses buffed to max because of Larry's ability here to buff special attack here in the grid with this air slash tile. And she's also got her ability to max her own speed and crit because of refresh on her trainer move. And Skyla is actually a character that doesn't really want to attack because these are stages that have resilience. So you want to use your status. She does need an interference, so flinch or confusion for her sync move and not her innate, but like the interference sync. And she can. I gave her Gobsmack for that reason because confusion actually lasts a good while in this fight. At least I think. I didn't give her Gobsmack. Oh, okay. We might have to re-grid her then for Gobsmack because I don't care to deal with all that RNG. But either way, she doesn't really want to use air cutter that much anyway. So her having to spam her trainer move and flying wish and many potions if you need it. I don't end up needing these, but if you end up needing this recovery, this could be very helpful. So I think this character is really, actually really solid for this stage, especially for all the special stages, you know, a good substitute for Champion Charon if you don't have them. And she can definitely do at least up to stage 30, probably without the EX Flying Zone from Ethan, I would imagine, as long as you add Charon as another option. So let's actually take a look and see how much performance Skyla can actually get here in the stage. I have already done this fight, and I am extremely impressed with the results of what she can do. I really do. I love it so much. She's really good. Okay. We can go ahead and go for the set of Aeroblast. It's not a big deal. We just need to make sure that we get NPR on Skyla. Here we go. We got ourselves the sync countdown. So we got a lot of sync countdown. I mean, needless to say. Skyla does set EX Flying Zone on entry as well. By the way, she helps fix the team's gauge issues, mostly in the fact that she doesn't. I mean, Ethan doesn't use gauge, and she doesn't really use gauge either, and then Larry doesn't. So I guess in that sense, it's fine. But she also does buff speed like directly, right? And you do need to get the NPR on her though. Well, actually, no, you don't even need the NPR if you're running Soften Up. No, well, no, the speed buffs for the max nuke. We do want the speed buffs actually. So no, you probably do want to run NPR on the trainer move at least. But if it wasn't for that, or if you have another way of buffing your speed, then you probably don't actually need to run NPR on her trainer move. Anyway, let's go ahead and go for Larry's sync move here. Let's extend the Flying Zone a little bit because we're going to be spamming with Skyla for right now. What is Ethan at? Okay, Ethan's... Yeah, we're just... You know what? Screw it. Let's go for that. Let's see what happens. Curious. We'll go for Ethan's buddy move after the fact. Okay, there we go. Air slash, it's fine, and then go for Skyla's trainer move. It's just another way to extend all the zone. Man, really? Sure. My strategy tends to be to attack Lyra. Wow. It tends to be to attack Lyra so that I'm not like adding resilience to the enemy here, but I kind of need to at this point. Really? Still managing to fail those flinches. Kind of would have preferred if you could have... Man. I hope that Chris doesn't lose the resilience there, or gain the resilience there, so because otherwise we'll lose that interference sync and Skyla's going to look a little bit less impressive. You kind of have to play around with that in this fight a little bit. It's not that big of a deal. All things considered, yeah, I just gained resilience. Yeah, there's the flinches, which not good. Yeah, so we're getting a little bit unlucky here. Can I get the confusion? Damn it, they didn't get the confusion. Wow. Okay, whatever. Just at the flying zone again, and from here it doesn't really matter what we do. We'll just use another move with Ethan. Okay, well, either way, whatever. Didn't really want to go for that, but that's fine. So, a big thing, again, Skyla can spam. She can absolutely spam her set of Flying Zone, especially if you get NPR, and you're getting Sync Countdown and moves up next from it. Larry's giving ourselves HP back here. How much is Skyla going to do? This is +9 Sync move up next. This is her innate multiplier. Inertia is activated. She's got Soften Up, so this is a guaranteed crit. This is just without a 50% multiplier, right? What is she looking like? Odd. That's chat. That's without interference. That's without. Again, Skyla really does foderize this fight really well. And again, we're not at any real risk of running out of the zone. Okay, can I get? I want to get Gobsmack. Okay, I want to get Gobsmack up, if at all possible, please. It doesn't matter if Larry goes down here. That's fine. Please, Skyla. No, she didn't land it. It's okay if Larry goes down. That's fine. This is a Skyla showcase. Let's see. Damn it, still no. Fine, whatever. Okay, well, this is death. I mean, no interference sync, but this is death for that. Look at this. Max nuke on Skyla. Oh my god. She's insane. She's actually insane. That was bad luck on the run, too. And that was 300k from Ethan. Yeah, okay, so, I don't know, guys. The 500k nuke from Skyla good? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. Yeah. Again, she's a great... I know mine's max. Like, literally max investment you can possibly get on the unit. Ooh, okay. I like how they did that. But man, I mean, that's good stuff. I'm going to go back... I'm going to hop back in so we can actually see Skyla with interference sync up and see how that goes. Okay, it took some time because holy crap, luck sucks. I had to also get rid of... okay, we'll go sync countdown. I also had to end up getting rid of Soften Up, sadly. But we finally got the confusion. The big thing with the confusion is that you've got to get it. I got to turn down the volume here a little bit. Turn that down. Okay. Is that you've got to get the confusion before they gain their resilience. Otherwise, well, you're pretty much out of it. But first, in my recommendation, don't even worry about the confusion. I just wouldn't mess with that because she's clearly strong enough that she doesn't need it. And look at all of this sync countdown we're getting anyway. I mean, like, it's fine, okay? We just need to make sure that her confusion does not wear off here. And then mini potions, why not, right? See if we can get good healing in. Oh my god, Larry. Okay, sure. Confusion lasts, for what I've noticed, it's lasted a pretty long while in this fight. They've also lost their resilience. Let's see. Let's go ahead, pick that up. That's the first sync move, so we got our HP back. Again, Skyla's mini potions. Clutch. Okay. How much is this going to do? Okay, again, no Soften Up, so this can fail sync crits, but let's take a look. 500, yeah, I mean, I don't know, chat. She good? She good for the fight? Could be. So could Ethan. Guy, good lord. Thing now is that if I want to get another sync nukem with Skyla, we're kind of just going to have to deal with the potential fact that she's probably going to end up failing another confusion. Or we're going to not have confusion up, sadly. This would have been good if we had one more oh my fuck. Spam the psychic moves, why don't you? Okay, appreciate it. I just need you to don't lose your confusion, please. We should live, yeah, easy. Okay, now we can see Skyla. Okay, Skyla's full nuke with all the buffs and stuff. Again, look at the flying zone. No one cares. It is still up. I believe confusion's still up on the enemy too. Okay. What are we looking at here? This is max nuke 600k. I mean, pretty easily defeating the enemy before their second sync. I mean, that's death right there. That's death. Okay. I want to take another look at this state. Let's see. Unaffected opponents. So that could be... I really do not like unaffected opponent stages. Let's look at floor 28. Let's bring Skyla to floor 28. Because I'm curious. Can Skyla, without Ethan, perform? How well can she perform? Because Ethan's providing a lot. He's providing special defense debuffs. He's providing the flying arc suit bonus. He's providing... well, actually, that's only damage, which, you know, whatever. But he's also applying like, all the rebuff, right? Well, yeah, let's substitute with Charon. Charon's a good option. Charon's also providing his own master passive to the team. Only thing is, with this setup, that... yeah. I mean, obviously, we're missing a lot of the Ethan buffs. So let's see how does Skyla perform without Ethan buffs? Skyla is a character that needs a lot of help with her because she completely lacks self-sufficiency, and she's pretty RNG intensive because of the status condition stuff, right? So you've got to be pretty careful. But also, at the same time, she does benefit... She does help out Charon a lot in this, in the fact that she's able to buff the gauge very, very effectively. So I do appreciate how effective she can work here with Charon. Okay, let's just go ahead and go for a set of Flying Zone there just to put it back up. Obviously, this works different from EX Flying Zone, so spamming the zone setting is not really as effective as it would be otherwise. But that's fine. Let's get our debuffs in. And we're not under any pressure to sync with Ethan or Charon, I guess, in this case. We're not under any pressure to really sync with him. So we can sync with Skyla next turn if we have all the right buffs. Again, the biggest thing that you have to worry about is making sure you still have the confusion up, I would say. That's probably one of the bigger things that's just going to take some RNG. So we also got to max out her attack here, or special attack, rather. Let's go ahead and keep going for that. Look at the gauge, man. Gauge is not a problem here. They might gain resilience. Doesn't look like it. Please, confuse. Dang, yes, we got the confusion. Okay. Don't have to deal with all this terrible RNG. Okay. Let's see. Let's go for the nuke here. Gonna go ahead and go for just an air slash with Larry. So I believe this is she max special attack? I'm not sure, but this should be her max nuke. We got Larry's support sync in. Yeah, I mean 172k. That's still impressive for sure. Like that, there's definitely nothing lacking about that. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and get the debuff in. And I'm just using the Flying Zone as a spam at this point, just to get some sync countdown in. Let's go for the mini potions, even though Larry's gonna heal us up a good amount anyway. We could also go for Charon's nuke after this. I mean, let's see which one actually performs more. Is Charon's nuke gonna be better or Skyla's? I want to say Skyla's nuke is still better overall, because higher stats, I believe, higher multipliers. But let's see. Charon has plus 10 sync move up next, where Skyla only had 10. Not 10. He's got 10 where she had 9, right? So 10% difference. Keep that in mind. And of course, he's got a sync buff. So what was that? Skyla did what, like 150k, I believe, something like that. 160k. I mean, yeah, they've got pretty similar nukes, if absolutely nothing else. There we go. Got the flinch in. I mean, that flinch can also be very helpful too, in the same way. So that's cool. Sure, it's honestly pretty funny. This ended up being a longer stage, but of course, you know, we don't have Ethan on this setup. Okay. Please don't run out of confusion. Yeah, you didn't. Okay, you haven't run out of confusion yet. Bleak Wind Storm and the air slash. Let's see. Please don't run out of confusion. No, he got damn it, he lost the interference sync. Okay, well, this is Skyla without interference sync up. Sure, I guess. 200k. I mean, that's still good if you ask me. And this is all without EX Flying Zone. So, like, you can still get very far on the flying floor if you don't have Ethan. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm still running Larry and all those as options, sure, but we're still doing fine, for the most part, at least. We are actually finally running out of the flying zone as well. But I mean, yeah, that second sync, we should be good. We should be fine here. I know Charon's gonna live. Charon's gonna be the nuke. If nothing else, yeah, we're gonna have to be a little bit careful here. We might end off with a fly. No, we can't use fly because of the lack of physical damage. That was stupid to use the potion on Larry, by the way. He's dead. Because this is the second sync, right? So we don't survive 2 second sync, but still, it's fine. Full Charon nuke without any, and if we got the refresh on the flying zone, we would have been fine. But we did not. We could also still get a flinch from Skyla here, or he's dead. There you go. So I mean, even as like a supplementary option, Skyla's still good. She's a good character that can, or like capable of subbing out Arc Suit Ethan, right? If you need to for these like later floors. That was floor 28. I just didn't go floor 29 because status conditions suck. I don't feel like messing with that. But with her setting Confusion, you can definitely play around with it. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely strong enough. Definitely got the capability. You know, you might need some luck. And of course, if you don't have her Super Awakened, you know, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. That's for sure. I mean, that Super Awakening definitely did add a lot to her nuking power. So Charon could still overall be better to go for, especially consistency-wise. But, yeah. I like Skyla, especially because with her Super Awakening, just because of the sync countdown. Her setting the flying zone on entry is not a massive deal, just because your damage is not really impressive at that point. But her being able to do the sync countdown on flying zone is good, and the support, which is especially good for Charon, because if we let's go back and read it here. Increases special moves up next of all allies by 1 when the user turns field of play into flying zone. That is directly buffing Charon's very solid DPS here. His DPS output's going to look a little bit better with all of that. So she's definitely, obviously works well with Charon. She always has. I can't really say much else to that. She always has, just because they're both they're flying the same Pokemon. I mean, they were made to synergize with each other in some sense. So it makes a lot of sense. And of course, I mean, if you have Arc Ethan, well, this floor is just completely cooked. I think she's got the single best nuke in the game. Not in the game, but of the flying type to be able to cover this stage. We could take a look at her with other options like Jim Winona, but I'm going to save that more so for when I actually get Jim Winona to 3 out of 5. I only just recently got her extra dupe. Yeah. So I'm going to be preserving that. Let me know if there's any other options you want me to look at that could potentially clear the 30th floor of the flying tower. I really don't think there's many other options. At least I've got every flying type in the game. I'm not sure if Steven can do it. I mean, you know, level 200 for him, level 200 for Ethan, level 200 Larry. I mean, Larry and Ethan are pretty much staples. Those are your best forms of enhancement and like zone extension. And Larry, of course, takes hits, right? And then it's your nuker / damage dealer on the other side, right? So like, it's really just gonna be down to, can Summer Liza handle it? Can Anniversary Steven handle it, right? You know, all those characters. I think Skyla's just the best one. Skyla is just easily the best option. She's literally better. If you have the same level of investment of characters that I do, she is a better and more consistently capable option than Charon, because you can run Soften Up on her instead of Interference Sync, and her nuke does not get hindered that much. And it's easy 2 sync cycles and the enemy's gone. And I would say that's potentially even still the case with only a 5 out of 5 Skyla, because she still has access to Flying Zone Extension. Let's go to the sync grid and look at it. She still has access to the Flying Zone extension for that set of Flying Zone, and she's got NPR on her, which combined her with all the sync countdown that Ethan and Larry were doing. You know, even if she's not the one doing sync countdown from setting Flying Zone, it's fine, because especially if you get enough flinch luck or enough appropriate flinch luck at the right spots and right times to where you're still not losing that confusion, Skyla will be able to get in at least probably 3 sync moves before the enemy gets in their second, and that will easily KO the stage. I wish I could prove that, but I can't unsuper awaken my Skyla, so yeah. Anyway, regardless, I think she's literally like the best character for that 3rd slot on floor 30. I think she's better than Charon. I really do think so, but I could also be wrong. I mean, they're both up there. One is number 1, one is number 2. Whichever one, it doesn't matter. Either way, I'm so glad that one of my favorite units in the game has lasted for over 3 years. I mean, almost 3.5 years that this unit has been very capable. I'm very happy about that. Anyway, enough gushing about this character. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there. That was Anniversary Skyla against the floor 30 and I guess floor 28 without Arc Suit Ethan of the Pasio Tower, Flying Edition, whatever, Flying Pasio Tower. I'll see you later. Hope you all enjoyed. Peace.